Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oops. Yes. Yuck. Thank you so much for stopping by for daily tarot predictions for Sunday, October the 7th. We are going to start with Aries as usual. So let's just see what comes up for you guys. All right. So, Aries, the card that you have showing up. Excuse me while I get all my wires in place. Okay. The card that you have showing up comes up as the Nine of Swords, Aries. So, Aries, typically when we've got a Nine of Swords card, this does talk about a lot of stress. This generally also talks about stress about something that really is not within our control. So, the best thing that you can do in this situation, whatever it is that you start to feel really stressed out about on Sunday, is take a look at this and see how much do you actually influence the situation. And once you figured that out, then ask yourself, have I done everything that I can do to make this turn out the way that I would like it to turn out? And if you have, then you're going to have to find a way to sort of let the chips fall where they may. That's the healthiest thing you can do for yourself. If you haven't, then go ahead and do whatever you can and then just let it go, because you really have to come to peace with the idea that you don't have that much control over this to where you can make the outcome be what you want. So you have to let the chips fall where they may and trust that there's a plan in place, that the universe is doing things in a way that will be best in the long run for everyone. Okay, so that's what we have for Aries. Oh my goodness, look how many people are in the room. Wow. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. Thank you for the thumbs up already. I appreciate that. Honey Lemon, I don't think I've seen you in the room at all ever before, so welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Sherry Risinger, good morning, good morning. Glad to see you back again. Gilma Barrios, good morning, good morning. Glad to see you here. Anastasia, hey, hey. Can you have a daily? We're doing dailies right now. Remind me of your sign again, Anastasia. Melissa Reeve, hello, welcome back. That's right. Oh, you have? Oh, you must have just sent it, right? Let's see. You did just send it. Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, good luck to everybody on the contest. We're getting quite a few entries. A lot of times the Reiki contests don't get as many entries as I would hope. This time we're getting quite a few, so I'm very happy about that. You need some good luck, huh? Good morning, Carrie Gallagher. Glad to see you here, my dear. I love the sunshiny face. That's fantastic. It's evening in the UK. It's just barely morning here. So it's 11:32. You're a Libra, Honey Lemon? Okay, well, you've got a little bit till I get to you. Anastasia, you're a Virgo. Okay, so you'll be right in front of Honey Lemon. I should have known that. I'm getting ready. I'm actually shuffling for Taurus right now. All I've done so far is just Aries. Alrighty, so let's see about Taurus for Sunday, October the 7th. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Okay, Taurus, here's what you have coming up. You have the Moon card. This is actually called the Moon on Water in this deck. The Moon card in reverse. This Moon card is way, way, way different than any other Moon card that you would ever see. So don't jump to any conclusions when you see this. Okay. So basically, when the Moon on Water card is in reverse, what that tells me, Taurus, is that there's a lot of untapped potential right in front of you, and you're sort of leaving it on the table. All right. Now, if you're looking at this card right side up, which I think our brains can process those things a little easier right side up, especially a complicated image like this. If you're looking at this right side up, what you see on the bottom of the card, which becomes the top when it's flipped over, is you see this thing that I always think of it as like a dinosaur egg. I don't know what it really is, but it makes me think of a dinosaur egg. And you can see that it's just below the surface of the water. So what are eggs? Eggs are potential for life. If all goes well, when somebody You know, when a chicken drops an egg or any kind of poultry drops an egg, if all goes well, eventually that egg cracks open and a whole brand new life comes out of there. So all kinds of potential in this egg. That's how I read this. Okay. So when it's like this, that potential is staying underground. When it's in reverse, you're seeing that potential. You're starting to tap into it. And in fact, the way the artwork looks when it's reversed, there's like this one little place of the egg that kind of looks like maybe it's above the water. Looks like some of that untapped potential is coming to the surface. So you're just starting to really realize this untapped potential, Taurus. You're starting to scratch the top of the surface. There's a lot more underneath of there. Now, for some of you, this is going to come up in a relationship situation where you're going to start to have this gradual realization of this person that I thought was always just going to be a friend. Actually, they kind of have everything I want in a partner, too. Maybe. Maybe you start having some of those communications if it's in a relationship situation for you, Taurus. Now, if this is in a business or a hobby situation, sort of the same thing. You're just starting to realize, oh, wow, there's a lot more that I could do here. Let me start digging into that potential. Okay. So way cool card coming up for you, Taurus. Untapped potential that you're starting to notice and do something with. You made it in time for Taurus. There you go. Quite welcome, Gilma. There you go, Melissa. It's a completely different moon card than what you normally see. This deck is the Wildwood Tarot, and it really looks at meanings of cards in a revolutionary way. It's actually the tarot deck that I learned on. And so at first I did not really appreciate the differences of it. But the more I work with it, oh man, I just love this deck. I need to just buy a whole case of them so that when they go out of print, I can still have them. Bring it out of the water. That's right. That's right, Sherry. All right, so let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, thank you guys for being here and giving me somebody to talk to. It's so much better than trying to read into the black hole of nothingness. That is what it's like to record for a not live recording. So we're looking at Gemini now for Sunday, October the 7th. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Gemini, Gemini. Oh, wow. You guys got a really nice card, too. You guys got the Wheel of Fortune. Yay. Now, the Wheel of Fortune just tells me that if there's something that you were wondering as you were starting to watch this video, I wonder if Sunday will be a good time for da-da-da-da, whatever that da-da-da-da might be. This card is a yes card on that. It says, yes, timing is good. All right. The other thing that it says is that if whatever area you've been really kind of struggling in for a while and you've been kind of wondering, when am I going to get a break here? Sunday is going to be the day that things start to turn, the cycle starts to change, and you start to get breaks in those areas of your life and things start to go more smoothly. Okay. So it's a really nice card there, Geminis. Also, I want to say, as I put this card down, something struck me that normally doesn't strike me with this card, and that's that moon up in the upper part of it. This is telling me that things are starting to go in a better direction for you, Geminis, because you're paying attention to your intuition. I can just hear some of you guys going, how does she get that out of that picture of the moon? I don't know. It's how the psychic mind works. When we get tuned in, Spirit can use a lot to say a lot to us. So there we go. Sorry, that's the best explanation I can give you. Gemini moon. So if you have a Gemini moon, Anastasia, then the Gemini predictions will be talking mostly about what's going on in your subconscious mind more than what's actually going on in your manifest world. Moon signs are all about what's happening in our subconscious. These are really nice cards. Poor Aries, but the last two cards are really nice cards. And the thing I like about when we get some not so hot cards, we have free will. We can change that outcome. So I view these as beneficial, even if they're not exactly always sunshine and daisies, so to speak. All right, let's look at Cancer. Ms. Carrie Gallagher, I know you're waiting. A lot of other people too. Oh, wow. Thank you for all the thumbs ups, guys. I just happened to glance up in that corner and see that. I appreciate that. By the way, also, those of you who are sharing this video, I really want to express my appreciation as well, because, you know, you guys are the reason that the word gets out about me being able to do this and do this well, so people know that they can come to me for a reading or for Reiki sessions too. But you guys are the reasons that I can do this full time and just make doing what I love to do in my living. Cancers. Okay, Cancers. So here's what you guys got. You got the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card that talks about the idea of throwing a pity party. I'm hearing that you may be tempted to throw a really big old pity party, Cancers. Okay, so here's the thing about pity parties that everybody should know, because we all have thrown pity parties. We've all thrown really big pity parties too. But what you realize as you start analyzing what happens at a pity party is that it really is not productive. It doesn't move you forward. It only holds you back. So as you see depicted in this card, this person has 3 cups that are on the ground he's feeling all bad about. Sacred Spirit is offering this new fresh cup. And this guy's looking down like he's not even seeing that fresh cup. He's just gazing at the ground. If anything, he's almost got his hand like pushing away. His hand looks like he wants to push away that new fresh cup. I can almost hear this guy in the card saying, look at all these. Look at all these. These turned out to be worthless. What am I going to do with a new one of those? It's going to turn out to be worthless too. Get that thing away from me. This is what's going on in this guy's mind in this card. So when we get a card like this, what do we do with that, guys? That's not fun. It's not positive. What we do is we pay attention. If we catch ourselves sliding into that energy, we try to head it off at the pass and turn it around. Or if we catch it a little later, we try to curb it and turn it around. We try to take a peek at, okay, what is this new opportunity being offered? Let's take our eyes off of the disappointing stuff. Let's look for what's the good things that are happening. Let's move into that. Let's let this other stuff go. It's already disappointed us. We don't have to keep dwelling on it. Let's look at something that's going to treat us better. Okay, so that's for Cancers on Sunday. Do you really, Anastasia? Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, next up what we have is the card for Leos. Let me shuffle for that. This is for Leo for Sunday, October the 7th. La da da da. La da da da. La da 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 da. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay, Leos, here we go. You guys got the Five of Swords. Five of Swords tells me there's going to be some kind of conflict or debate on Sunday, some kind of argument. For those of you that can see that coming down the pike, you may want to find a way to avoid that or to minimize that. It's just a heads up. This isn't a major arcana type of thing, so it doesn't necessarily have to have major impact. But it is something that, you know, the feeling is actually kind of heavy for you, Leos. I think it's something that could mess up your day if you let it. The key is don't let it. Kind of like with Cancers, you know, don't focus on the disappointment. Don't focus on the negativity here. Find something positive to focus on so you can go forward in a good way. A party is still a party. You're funny. Hello there, Tammy Bambi. You're on plenty of time for Capricorn, my dear. Veronica Bounty. Hello, hello. Glad to see you here, my dear. Let's move on to Virgo. Virgo's for Sunday, October the 7th. Let's see what comes up for you guys. So far, we've had a really mishmash of cards. We've had some really great cards, and we've had some not so hot cards. Let's see what Virgo gets. La da da da, la da da da, la da da da. Okay, Virgos, your card just fell out of the deck. It did fall out at a certain angle, so I'm not going to read it as completely reversed, which is what it's close to, but sort of reversed. Okay, so it's not going to be exactly the same meaning as usual. So this is a Two of Vessels in reverse. Two of Vessels in reverse tells me that when it's like this, that tells me that there's somebody or something that you were really enjoying, and now all of a sudden, maybe not even all of a sudden, but now you're not enjoying it so much anymore. In fact, you would rather avoid it and stay away from it. When we've got it coming in at this angle, this means that you're not really at the point where you want to avoid it or stay away from it just yet. I think that there is something that you were enjoying, a relationship, a person, a thing that you're working on, who knows. And now you're kind of coming into this position of, I'm not so sure that I want to continue to put effort or time or energy into whatever this is, but you know what? I think I'm going to hang out a little bit and see what happens as time goes by before I make a decision. So you're not making a decision to avoid it just yet, but it is something that you're thinking about. Okay, so that's for Virgos. Well, I'm glad you're back, Tammy Bambi. Okay, so next we're on to the birthday people, Libras. Happy birthday to you. So Libras, if you do want to schedule a live reading with me, you do qualify for a 25% discount as long as you get a hold of me to get that scheduled at some point during your sun sign. You do still have a while left on that. That'll be through the 22nd of this month. But for right now, let's see about your card for Sunday, October the 7th. La da 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 da, la da da da. La da 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 da. La da da da, la da da da. La da da da. Okie dokie, Libras. Here's what you have. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Is this my Libra people, or is this who they're interacting with? Okay, so this is somebody that you're interacting with on Sunday, Libra. A Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who has a hard time with tuning into their creativity. This may be somebody with writer's block or somebody with some kind of project that they're trying to work on or put together, and they're having a hard time just figuring out, how am I going to make all the pieces come together? And it's really unusual for a Queen of Wands. A Queen of Wands is somebody who thinks outside the box. They have a lot of enthusiasm. Many times their enthusiasm will carry them right over obstacles more than actually logic or anything else. So it's not normal to see them actually kind of stuck. And I think that this person may be coming to you venting, or they may be coming to you possibly even looking for advice. What Spirit is nudging me to tell you guys is don't give advice unless they ask for advice. Could be dangerous to give advice if they don't actually ask for it. Not dangerous, like physically dangerous, but that may not be exactly what they're looking for. They may feel like they can get this. They do have this. They just don't have it just yet. And they might get a little offended if they think that you think that you're smarter than them and you know how to do this. So you just want to be careful. They're feeling a little sensitive about not having this answer right now. So be careful about when you give advice and how you do it. And Libras, you are known to be very direct and very blunt, which is something that I actually respect, because It's good to know the truth, no matter how it comes out. In this case, because she is feeling a little sensitive, you may want to think about the impact of your words before you spit them out from the other person's standpoint. Okay? All right, so that's for Libras. Okay, so let's see about Scorpio. I have some Libra friends, and I love talking to them because I know where I'm going to stand with them after the end of the conversation. There will be no doubt, no confusion whatsoever. They don't mealy mouth, they don't tiptoe around, even my female friends. And, in this culture, us females were taught not to be too direct, that it's not attractive to just say what you want, or necessarily even say what you mean. So it's really refreshing to me to have those Libra or those air sign friends, especially the females who will just get right up in your face with whatever it is they're thinking, whether you like it or whether you don't. So, but sometimes if somebody's in a sensitive place, that can be a lot for them to accept. It's hard to keep your mouth shut. You're funny, Sherry. That's your mother, Anastasia. All right, let's look at Scorpios. Let's move on to Scorpios for Sunday, October the 7th, excuse me. The 6th is Saturday. That's already today. Okay, Sunday, October the 7th for Scorpios. Let's see what we got. What do we have? Oh, I like this. Okay, Scorpios, we do have the 6 of Coins showing up in reverse. For me, 6 of Coins showing up in reverse just means that we are paying something off or paying somebody back for something that they have done for us or done to us. Now, I like it when it comes up as paying something off. When it comes up as paying something back, Scorpios, when somebody has done something for us or to us, this can go both ways. So say somebody loaned us a cup of sugar, we can be bringing back that sugar. If somebody if somebody did something to us that we don't really appreciate so much, this can also be talking about paying them back for that too. In other words, taking revenge. So it's going to be different for different ones of us Scorpios. So some of us will actually be paying a debt off. Some of us will be paying somebody back for a kindness that they've done for us. And some of us will be paying somebody back for a not so kindness that they've done for us. Okay. But this is a card when it's in reverse, all about paying something back. Right, Anastasia? You're quite welcome, Sherry. You have a Scorpio rising. Gotcha. I'm a Scorpio sun, Taurus rising, and Pisces moon. And my Venus is also in Scorpio, actually. All right, so next up is Sagittarius. While I am shuffling for Sagittarius, let me just announce that if you guys would like to schedule a live reading or a Reiki session, all you have to do is hit my website, find out my contact information, and get a hold of me, and we will get you taken care of as quickly as possible. And I do have recorded readings too, 1 or 2 question recorded readings. Also, for those of you who don't know, since I am announcing my website, it's not actually on my website, but since this is the announcement portion of the video, I am running a contest right now. You can win a 5-pack of Reiki sessions for free. That's what you can win. To enter that, what you do is you send an email to my email address that's on my website, or it's just no, that's my website. My email address is amista333@yahoo.com. In that email, I need 2 bits of information from you. One of them is going to be your phone number. The other one is going to be, what would you do with that Reiki if you want it? Where would you like it to help improve your life? Once you've sent those 2 bits of information to me, then I go ahead and I put your name on a little piece of paper in this jar right here. And then I'll have somebody draw a name out of there tomorrow. Probably one of my young neighbors. I think she'll have fun with that. So it'll be totally random. She won't know any of you. And then I'll be getting in touch with you tomorrow to let you know who the winner is. So, all of that said, let's go ahead and see about Sagittarius's card for Sunday, October the 7th. You're on the good side of them all, right? Hello there, YouTube user. I don't think I've seen you in the room before. Double welcome to you. Glad you're here today. Okay, Sagittarius. Your card is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles talks to me about bringing in the harvest. It actually has a dual meaning for me in this deck. So, bringing in the harvest, this could be payday of some sort. Something that you were invested in, whether you invested in it financially, emotionally, energetically, time-wise. You could be collecting whatever you were expecting back from that. If you are collecting money, this could be payday. If you were expecting that you would invest emotionally and other people would in return invest emotionally in you, you could have that beginning to manifest. Okay, so either way, it's payday. Now in this deck, there's a secondary meaning for this card, and I am feeling like for Sagittarians, some of you are getting the secondary meaning, which has to do with healing. Now I can't remember the name of the plant that this guy is harvesting right here. Maybe some of you know it from the depiction, I don't know. But I do remember whenever I was studying this deck originally that it is a plant that offers healing for several different things. So this is also a card about healing, all right? And notice the moon in the scythe there, or the sickle, or whatever word you want to call that, the moon shape. This is probably going to be healing more along the lines of emotionally than physically on Sunday. So for some of you, you're getting some kind of payback, tangible or emotional or otherwise. And for others of you, you are coming into a place where you're finding some emotional or spiritual healing. Okay? So that's for Sagittarians. Mistletoe. I don't think it's mistletoe, although it does kind of look like that, but the berries aren't the right color. I would have to actually look at my book and check that out to tell you for sure, and I don't want to do that right now live. Let's see. Capricorns, you're up next. Capricorns, Capricorns, Capricorns. Sunday, October the 7th for Capricorn. Okay, guys. I need to ask a little question first. Is this Capricorn themselves, or is this somebody else in their lives that they're interacting with? So for some of you, this is you, and for some of you, this is somebody that you're interacting with, Capricorns. For a few of you, excuse me. Sorry. For a few of you, this is going to be both of you. Okay? Now, what we have here is we have the green woman. Is that what she's called? Yeah, the green woman in reverse. When I've got the green woman in reverse, this is my flaming codependent card. This talks about codependency. So for some of you, you're going to be acting in a codependent way. For others of you, you're going to be interacting with a codependent person. And for some of you, you're going to be acting codependently and interacting with a codependent person. Okay? So typical character traits of a codependent person is that generally because they've come out of some kind of situation or grown up in a situation where they had to be the one in charge and in control for things to work out well, as a coping mechanism as adults, they still kind of think they need to be in control and in charge for things to come out well. So a lot of times what will happen with a codependent person is they step over other people's boundaries and they take care of things that other people really should be taking care of. Excuse me. So sorry, guys. Tickle in my throat. My apologies. So anyway, getting back to you, Capricorns. Just waiting for this tickle to go away. Getting back to you, Capricorns, you could be acting in a codependent way. You could be trying to do things for other people that they should be responsible for. Or you could be interacting with somebody who's trying to step into your boundaries and do things that you should be responsible for because of their own insecurities. If somebody is doing this to you, it's not because they really think you can't handle it. It's because they are so conditioned to, if they're not handling it, it won't go right. You know, and I know I'm splitting hairs there, but it really has nothing to do with you. It has to do with their conditioning. Okay. Excuse me a second, guys. I'm going to mute. See if I can get rid of this. So sorry. The joys of live video. 2 more signs to go, and I knew I couldn't wait. Ilsa, glad to see you again too, my dear. Next up is Aquarius for Sunday, October the 7th. Aquarius. Let's see what you got. You have a card that really worked hard to fall there. Let's see what you have. It's your card. Okay, so we've got the King of Swords showing up, not quite in reverse. Okay, so for a lot of you Aquariuses, I think that this is talking about you. And what I think it's basically saying is that you guys are having a hard time with keeping your thoughts going in a positive direction right now. And you're trying to make that happen. You're trying to move forward with thinking in a positive way. I feel like with the card coming in the way it has, I feel like you're not doing that as much as you would like to. And I think you're aware you're not doing it as much as you like to, but it almost comes up like your thoughts are thinking you instead of you're thinking your thoughts. Okay? It seems like things are a little bit out of control. At least that's the impression that you have in this moment. So, tips for thinking in a positive way whenever it's difficult. First tip, take a nap. Just lay down and take a nap. It sort of shuts off your mind because you're sleeping. So it shuts things down. It shuts down any momentum that you have that's going negatively. And set the intention that when you wake up, you're going to feel refreshed and you're going to be thinking in a more positive direction. Okay? That'll help. The other thing that you can do if you don't have time to actually shut down and take a nap, meditate. Even if you just meditate for a few minutes, say you meditate for like 5 minutes, it has the same effect where it shuts down that negative momentum. If you're focusing on your breathing or something else that's kind of neutral, it may not put you in a place where you're definitely thinking positive, but it shuts down the negative momentum. And that gives you a chance, whenever you come out of meditation, to start thinking in a more positive way and to start building on that. But you have to find a way to shut down that momentum. And obviously the other thing is at the end of the day, when you fall asleep for the night, that's going to shut down that negative thinking momentum as well. So just tips. You guys do with those what you want. Willie Dog's mama. Hey, glad to see you here. You ready to do it all, Tammy Bambi? I hear you. You are always just in time. Thank you, Anastasia. Peace out, honey. You hate to say it, but I see you. Okay, Tammy. See you in the Reiki. Thank you, Melissa. Peace out, honey. Avni, hello. All right, so we're shuffling for Pisces. This is for Pisces for Sunday, October the 7th. Let's see what comes up for Pisces. All right, so Pisces, what you have showing up here is the Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse just means that you're going to be letting somebody know how you feel about them or how much you care about them. Passing along information to somebody else about your feelings towards them. This is a good card, actually. It's not talking about that you don't like them or whatever. It's just saying that there's somebody that you care for and you're just letting them know. This does not have to be a romantic partner. This can be, but it doesn't have to be. This can also be a sibling or a child or a parent or a friend. Really anybody. It's not limited like that. Okay? Just you're letting somebody know about your feelings for them. So that's for Pisces. Thank you, Ms. Carey. You have a great day yourself, my dear. Yep, you missed them all. You'll have to go back and replay here once I get done with this video. We are going to do a Reiki video here in a few minutes. And then, so I'll see some of you at that, and I'll see the rest of you the next time around. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for being here, for all the thumbs ups. You guys are fantastic. And for sharing these videos. I do appreciate you guys so much. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you the next time. Peace out.